A lawyer for former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn has told President Donald Trump's legal team that they are no longer communicating with them about special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian election interference. The decision could be a sign that Flynn is moving to cooperate with Mueller's investigation or negotiate a deal for himself. The decision was communicated this week, said a person familiar with the decision who spoke to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity to discuss an ongoing investigation. The former National Security Advisor's split with the Trump administration is sudden. Just last week his lawyer Robert Kellner and the president's legal aide John Dowd were discussing strategy with Donald Trump Jr. and Jared Kushner. The schism, first reported by the New York Times, is an ominous sign for the Trump administration, which has long denied any interference by Russia in the 2016 election. Mike Flynn, right, with former business partner Kian, who has become a subject of interest in special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. Now that Flynn has cut all ties with the White House, insiders say this suggests that he has decided to share information with special counsel Mueller and therefore legally can no longer talk to anyone in D.C. In large criminal investigations, defense lawyers routinely share information with each other. But it can become unethical to continue such communication if one of the potential targets is looking to negotiate a deal with prosecutors. Lawyers for Flynn and his son, Michael Flynn Jr., declined to comment Thursday. Flynn's son has also come under investigation from Mueller's team of prosecutors. Another member of Trump's legal team, Jay Sekulow, told The Times, "This is not entirely unexpected. No one should draw the conclusion that this means anything about General Flynn cooperating against the president," said Sekulow. Related articles previous. 1 Next. Hold My Beer, 2016. Twitter sums up 2017 in just 4. No more gravy train for Don Jr. as his dad's campaign stops. Share this article. Share script dm.later, bundle, function, if, dm.rotator, new dm.rotator, p23, page size, 1, page count, 1.0, active class, active, rotate, false, $, number p23.share.on, click, function, dms.facebook.post related. Flynn was forced to resign as National Security Advisor in February after White House officials concluded that he had misled them about the nature of his contacts during the transition period with the Russian ambassador to the United States. He was interviewed by the FBI in January about his communications with the ambassador, Sergei Kislyak. The Deputy Attorney General at the time, Sally Yates, soon advised White House officials that their public assertions that Flynn had not discussed sanctions with Kislyak were incorrect and that Flynn was therefore in a compromised position. Flynn's lawyers informed the White House it would no longer discuss the Mueller investigation with the Trump administration's legal team. Flynn was facing a Justice Department investigation over his foreign business dealings even before Mueller was appointed as special counsel in May to investigate potential coordination between the Trump campaign and Russia to influence the 2016 presidential election. Mueller has since inherited that investigation. Flynn, a prominent Trump backer on the campaign trail, has been a key figure in Mueller's probe and of particular interest to Trump. Former FBI Director James Comey, for instance, said that Trump encouraged him to end an FBI investigation into Flynn during a private Oval Office meeting in February. Mueller announced his first charges in the investigation last month, including the guilty plea of a foreign policy advisor to the campaign, George Papadopoulos, and the indictments of former campaign chairman Paul Manafort and business associate Rick Gates. This comes as special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation is looking into the activities of a former business associate of retired General Michael Flynn and his role in Flynn's now defunct lobbying group. Federal investigators have zeroed in on Bijan Kian, an Iranian-American who was a partner at the now-dissolved Flynn Intel Group. The move, according to NBC News, suggests Mueller is closing in on Flynn and the failure of his company to disclose work it performed on behalf of foreign governments. Prosecutors are especially interested in Kian's work on behalf of Turkey, whose government earlier this year reportedly lobbied Flynn to illegally extract a controversial imam living in Pennsylvania just weeks before Donald Trump's presidential inauguration. The grand jury convened for the investigation and will soon have a chance to question individuals' witnesses about Kian's activities, NBC News reported. The special counsel office is looking into whether the Russian government meddled in the 2016 presidential election, pictured, Russian President Vladimir Putin. The special counsel office is looking into whether the Russian government meddled in the 2016 presidential election. It is also looking into possible collusion allegations between Moscow and the Trump campaign. Flynn's company has garnered heavy scrutiny since it was revealed that it was paid $530,000 for lobbying on behalf of a firm called Inovo-BV, owned by a Turkish-American businessman. Bijan Kian, pictured, connection and activities with the Turkish government is under scrutiny by Robert Mueller. Months later, the company admitted in documents filed under the Foreign Agents Registration Act, FARA, that their work could be construed to have principally benefited the Republic of Turkey. According to sources familiar with the Mueller investigation, prosecutors are interested in Kian's ties with Inovo-BV and other lobbying efforts performed by the Flynn Intel Group on behalf of foreign governments that may have yet to be disclosed. NBC News has previously reported that the special counsel's office has gathered enough evidence to indict Flynn and his son, Michael G. Flynn. The former national security advisor was fired just 24 days into the administration after he reportedly lied to Vice President Mike Pence about a meeting he held with Russia's ambassador to the U.S., Sergei Kislyak.